Pokemon alt arts are getting more and more expensive as each month passes, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the top 10 most expensive alt art cards right now in October. Let's go and take a look. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're all doing great. Now, it's been about 6 months since I last did this video where we took a look at the top 10 most expensive alt art cards, and things have changed massively. There's been some cards that have entered the top 10, there's been cards that have come out of the top 10, and things are getting really crazy with the market right now, and these cards are jumping up to insane heights and new levels. So we do have an honorable mention in this top 10 as well. So guys, let's go straight into the honorable mention. So the honorable mention is the Aerodactyl V. Now you may be thinking, well, that's actually quite surprising, but the fact is we have an honorable mention at $120. You know things are going to get real crazy, right? 6 months ago when I did this video, there were cards in the top 10 that didn't even make $100. Let's just put that into perspective. Some of those cards have now fallen out, some have gone up, and Aerodactyl is a brand new card, Lost Origin, the newest set, very tough to pull. Coming in at $120, that is very high. Now it has dropped since its release. It's not easy to pull, obviously, but the prices are going down as more and more of the product is getting opened. And believe it or not, more of this card is getting pulled, which sounds crazy because it's really tough, but that's how it happens, right? One big thing you will see in this video is most of these will be affected because of the pull rates of these sets that these cards are in. That is one big, huge factor in this. Alt arts are naturally the hardest cards to pull in any given set. You'll see that in the reflection of the prices in this video. But like I say, Aerodactyl V, crazy, $120 kicks us off, and that's only the honorable mention. Let's get into number 10. Number 10, we have the ESPEON VMAX alt art from Fusion Strike. This is actually a beautifully stunning card, and it's kind of like the odd one out that should have been in Evolving Skies in my opinion, but it's actually in Fusion Strike. And it's $131 right now. That's pretty insane. If we look at 3 months ago, this card has climbed like an absolute boss. Now, like I said, I did this 6 months ago. Okay, so we go back 6 months, we are looking at around $100, $110, and then recently it has shot massively. $130. That is pretty impressive. I think last time I did this video, it was around $100, so it has climbed up a significant amount. Doing really well. Fusion Strike is a tough set to pull these top end cards, and also it's a set that doesn't really get opened a huge amount compared to other sets and is not that popular. This is a popular card. It's an evolution, it's an alt art one, it's the missing one from Evolving Skies, and everybody wants it in their collection. I do too, and it's one of the best reasons to open Fusion Strike in my opinion. But this is a really top card. It's gonna go above 150 by the end of the year, and yeah, incredible. Next up, we have the SYLVEON Alt Art VMAX from Evolving Skies, my favorite card from the set. And guys, you can see from this graph, I don't even need to say it, look at that, over $150 right now. We go back 6 months when I last did this list, it was actually pretty much the same, and then a reprint happened and then it dropped. One thing to take in consideration, reprints do affect temporarily the value of a card unless there's a ton of the product being reprinted, but with alt arts, because they're hard to pull, they tend to hold their value pretty well, but it did drop to as low as 120. I mean, that's not really low to be honest. It has bounced back up to that 150 mark. Anything from Evolving Skies is going up. There's a lot of cards from Evolving Skies in this list, guys, but there are some which have taken over some other cards in Evolving Skies. This is a fantastic card nonetheless, holding at $153 right now. Then we're on to another card from Fusion Strike, and that is the GENGAR VMAX alt art. That's actually quite surprising. 6 months ago, this card was just shy of $100, and look at it now, it's nearly $160. Let's take a look. Go back 6 months when I last checked it. Like I say, it was around $100, really low, and then bang, it has jumped up massively. It is now the most expensive card in Fusion Strike. There are 2 cards over $100, the ESPEON and the GENGAR. Mew VMAX alt art has actually dropped in value, but the GENGAR and the ESPEON are pushing Fusion Strike to have some really big chase cards. Tough card to pull though, very tough, but it is a fantastic card. GENGAR, fan favorite as well. That does have an effect on the value of the card, but it's also the pull rates, the availability, the ability to pull this card is very tough. Onto some more Evolving Skies, we have the LEAFEON Alt Art VMAX. $161. This has always been a pretty strong card out of Evolving Skies. Not one of my personal favorites, but it has dropped in value and then bounced back again due to the reprints. When I last did this video, again, it was holding pretty strong, but it wasn't quite this high. All cards from Evolving Skies are going up in value pretty much across the board, especially the alt art evolutions and alt arts in general, and we're going to keep seeing that until a reprint comes. Is there going to be one? Highly doubt it, and especially if there's going to be one that's going to be big enough to really, tackle the price of what it was previous. I mean, it was 155, got down to 110, and now it's back up even higher at 160. There's nothing by the end of the year. Could see this reach $200. That is very realistic. We're carrying on with Evolving Skies, of course. GLACEON now, $170. This is, again, has shot up massively. Look at that chart, guys. We go back 6 months and it kind of didn't really get massively affected by the reprint. Unlike the others, kind of stayed pretty much stable. And then look at it recently. Bang, $171. That is insane. I'm quite surprised because I always thought SYLVEON and LEAFEON would be the most expensive compared to GLACEON. But GLACEON's doing really well. $171 is one of the most expensive cards in Evolving Skies, and it's really, really good. I mean, I love the artwork. You know me, guys. I love artwork of Pokemon with other Pokemon in the card. Evolving Skies just shows you how strong of the set it is, and the fact is, it is the best set in the Sword and Shield era. Right, on to Brilliant Stars. We have the alt art Charizard himself pushing $200. It is so close. We're nearly breaking into insane value, and it has been climbing ever since. Now, we did pull this in a live stream pretty much when the set came out, and we haven't pulled it since. We've opened up a lot of Brilliant Stars, and we've only ever pulled it once. But as you can see from the chart, guys, it came out swinging $200 plus for this card. Then it had a reprint earlier in the summer, which caused this card to drop to as low as 160, and now it's trickling back up towards that 200 mark. Again, I do feel like there's going to be more reprints of Brilliant Stars coming. It only came out this year, so it's got still some left in its print cycle. We know booster boxes are going up, which obviously is affecting the cost and value of the cards in it, but it's Charizard, got to hold value. We know that, and there's a chase Charizard in it. This is a fantastic card, absolutely fantastic. Could it reach $200? Absolutely, it's on its way there. If a reprint does happen, then I could see this card drop into pretty much the levels it did before, around that 150, 160. This is a fantastic card nonetheless that you can pick up. $200 though, it's getting really expensive. Just missing out on the top 3, we have the newest big boy here, and that is the Giratina alt art. This is from Lost Origin, you know, pretty much most recent set, $220. Now, it was as high as $260. It's dropped quite sharply, but it's pretty stable at around $220. That's insane. That is actually insane for a brand new set to have a card worth so much. Now, you would think Astral Radiance Machamp jumped up quite high, and it did. This card is like twice the value of the Machamp from Astral Radiance. It's more expensive than the Charizard we just saw from Brilliant Stars. This is the chase card in Lost Origin. I truly believe that Lost Origin is a very strong set, strong trainer gallery, very strong alt arts with the Aerodactyl and the Giratina. This card is crazy. Could I see it staying above that $200? No, I actually think it's going to drop below $200 probably come the new year, because there's a ton of product around. It's quite cheap to pick up. You can crack it open. This doesn't seem to be as hard to pull as the Aerodactyl. I've seen more people actually pull this than the Aerodactyl, but nonetheless, this is still an absolute powerhouse of a card and should not be ignored. Top 3 time now, we have the Rayquaza VMAX alt art, of course, from Evolving Skies, but it's only number 3. Interesting. Now, this has actually been going up. Now, last time I did this, it was about $200, and now it's pushing towards $300. Just like everything in Evolving Skies, it's going up. Okay, this is a fantastically stunning card. Now, it didn't really get affected by the reprint. It really didn't. As you can see from the graph there, 6 months ago, you know, it was sitting around that 220, and it kind of only went down to about 205. It really didn't get affected that much. Unlike some of the other alt arts that we've already seen in this list, it didn't really impact this Rayquaza. It is extremely tough to pull. In my opinion, the second hardest card to pull in the set. That's why it's so expensive. And it's an iconic Pokemon as well. That helps the value. We know booster boxes are getting really expensive. Packs getting harder to find. Pull rate in Evolving Skies is incredibly tough. So getting these alt arts is very difficult. It is incredibly rewarding when you do pull them, because they are worth so much money. But this is going to be easily $300 plus by the end of the year. Absolutely fantastic. Just missing out on the top spot, we have the LATIAS and LATIOS Tag Team GX card. This is a fantastic card from Team Up. Very old, very tough set to get hold of, very expensive, wasn't really printed that much, and look at the price of this, guys. $373, heading towards the 400 mark. This is incredible. Now, last time I did this, about 6 months ago, as you can see, about $260. Bang, look at that, pushing towards $400. That's impressive. This is a stunning card. I really want this for my collection. I just think it's amazing. I've never opened Team Up. Booster boxes can be anywhere between $700 to £800, $800 plus. Very hard to get hold of. Very expensive. Pull rates in Sun and Moon era sets aren't great either, but this makes it even more harder to pull. If you ever do pull this card, or you own this card, get it graded. This is a fantastic card. And down the line, I mean, $400 by the end of the year, you know, pretty easy. $500 card is only going to be a matter of time. Before we get into number 1, guys, if you've made it this far into the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content, and let me know down in the comments which one of these 10, well, 11 with the honorable mention cards is your favorite. I'm not gonna lie, I love the SYLVEON from Evolving Skies, but the LATIAS and LATIOS really does do it for me. Love that card. Don't own it, or actually don't own either of them, but really want to get both of them for my collection. Well, we already know what number 1 is, so let's see how crazy it's getting. Okay, Umbreon, we always know you're going to be number 1. Let's see how crazy again. $478 is so close to $500. You're looking at, basically $480. Look at this, guys. Absolutely crazy. When I did this 6 months ago, it was just before the reprint came. And the reprint did affect it a little bit. Dropped by like $30. Ooh, dropped by about $30. And then ever since, it is just, reaching new and new heights. It's more expensive than the Rainbow Charizard from Burning Shadows. It's more expensive than the Shiny Charizard from Hidden Fates. Who would have thought that the Umbreon will get to this high? 500 by the end of the year? Absolutely. Would reprints even damage this card's value? Not really. I mean, even if they reprint it, was it going to drop maybe 10% and it's going to go back up? It's kind of so difficult to pull and so iconic, and the booster boxes again so expensive. I wouldn't be surprised if this card in the next year or so will probably reach $1,000 raw price. This is going to be one of these cards in years to come where people are going to be over the moon, literally like the Umbreon, trying to pull this card for insane value. If you have this, get it graded. If you get it at 10, hold on to it. It's going to go really high. I'm sending mine off to get graded. Hopefully it comes back as a 10, but we'll have to see how it goes. There you have it, guys. Those are the top 10 most expensive alt arts right now. With an honorable mention, of course, with the Aerodactyl. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like I said, 6 months ago, there were quite maybe 2-3 cards that are under $100, and we're starting off with an honorable mention at $120. There are cards reaching insane heights, and some which are actually quite surprising at how high they're actually going. Latias and Latios, for example. But that Gengar from Fusion Strike is going crazy high, faster than I thought it would. And the Umbreon, I mean, it's just insane. It's the best card in the Sword and Shield era. Probably even the best value card from Sun and Moon, pushing towards better than XY. Well, we have to wait and see. This Umbreon is definitely going to be one of those cards in 5 years time, over $1,000 easy. Anyway, guys, that is it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you all in the next one.